What is going on, everybody? Chris here, and welcome to our very first FSD video in the Cybertruck, finally with FSD 12.5.5, and this enables something more than just Cybertruck. It also enables end-to-end neural nets on the highway. So up until now, version 12 has only been off-highway, and for the first time tonight, we're going to see version 12 functioning on the highway. So here's the release notes here that you can check out. You can read those for yourself. They do warn that this is an early access build and to stay vigilant and that there's more improvements coming. So this is just first impressions. I want to check it out right away. I just installed this. I'm going to be doing many more drives in difficult downtown scenarios, in all kinds of different scenarios. So make sure you hit like, get subscribed so you don't miss those future videos. For now, we just want to try out FSD on the Cybertruck. So I'm going to hit my brake. I'm now in drive. Immediately in the top left, I'm sorry I cannot record this screen like I can in my other vehicle, but I will try to get that going. In the top left here, you can see a tiny little squircle that indicates that FSD is ready to go. And it comes up immediately. I've tried it a few times here, and every time I've put it in drive, it's like immediately ready for me to engage it. Now I have a little special treat for you here. You probably can't tell, but as of right now, there's my front bumper camera, there's my back bumper camera, my tailgate is down. And I'm going to try to enable FSD, and there you go. FSD is enabled right now on the Cybertruck. Now, it's not quite going yet. We are, of course, on some back dirt roads and everything. I'm going to hit the accelerator just a little bit to show you FSD is driving. There's my hands. It does have attention monitoring, so you don't have to touch the wheel as long as you're looking forward. You can wear sunglasses, etc., which we're not going to do because it's nighttime. But you can have the tailgate down and drive with FSD. So I don't know if that's intentional or not, but very cool. So I'm going to hop out. I'm going to close that. And we're going to get going on some other roads here. All right, so we're about to get started here. I did want to show you the autopilot menu. There's really not too much special in here. What I did notice, though, is once this version was installed, immediately full self-driving was selected. In other Teslas, you always have to go into autopilot and turn it on before you start driving. I've never seen it auto-selected before, so it was on as soon as this update was installed, which was interesting. Other than that, there's not too much different. Expanded visual, I have checked. Automatic set speed offset I have checked mostly for the videos. We'll play around with that, and I'll talk about my complaints with that. Tonight we're just checking it out. We're going to play around, and we'll get more into the nitty-gritty in the future. Everything else is pretty much normal what you get on other Teslas. And then they do say in the release notes that upcoming improvements are more natural lane changes are coming, improved performance in parking lots, which is huge. We need that. Improved performance at intersections and stops. That's interesting. We'll see if we have trouble with that tonight. Introduction of a speed profile, which hopefully will help with my main complaint where the car wants to go way under the speed limit. We'll see if it does that tonight. And then lastly, they say this is an early access build and you have to use additional caution. So we're going to do that tonight as well. We're going to play around. We're going to have some fun. So safely. So let's get started here. So we're in drive. All I have to do is click the right scroll wheel, and we are in FSD. The truck is now going to start going all on its own. I haven't touched anything, and it's using its turn signal to show it's moving onto the road. Very nice. Now, I don't usually use FSD a ton on the dirt roads because it goes, I like to go about 40 or 50 back here, and FSD likes to go a more reasonable, 20 to 25. But it is so exciting to finally see the Cybertruck driving on its own for the first time. It's late. It's should have taken this long and everything, but as of tonight, as of right now, I'm very happy. I'm very excited and very grateful to finally have this going on. I do have a road trip to Chicago in a couple of weeks I'm going to do. I'll use this there. So we're going to be doing a lot of testing with this. But here we are. We are on the dirt roads. Now let's check out this big, huge, beautiful display. The biggest display in a Tesla. Let's slide that over, and there's nothing around. But it does look quite awesome. So we can put that there. Yes, I'm paying attention. So you still have to, you still have your warnings about please pay attention to the road. So I was looking at the display for too long and it yells at me. I simply look back at the road. I have not had to touch the squircle or anything yet. And then that warning goes away. So if we put that down, nope, I have to keep all that up. So for now, that's what we get. Let me skip ahead here to some more exciting stuff. We'll try this left turn up here and finally see the squircle really turn itself. All right, so here we go. We're approaching the stop sign. I did give it a little accelerator there to speed it up a bit to get us up here. Turn signal comes on nice and early. The auto brights are turning off. We'll probably get our complete NHTSA stop at this stop sign and make a left turn. So we stop. Tiny bit past the stop sign, which is all good, perfectly legal here because there's no painted line. We'll creep out. There's nobody to contend with. And our very first left turn on FSD in the Cybertruck. Quite awesome. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So like I was saying, I'm excited tonight. It's going to be a fun video. We're just going to check this out and see how it does. So most of this is just going to be a straight road. Now here's where my complaints I've had with FSD for a while come in. This road is a 55 mile per hour road. Of course, no one's behind me or I'd be hitting the accelerator. But you can see here, FSD doesn't want to go that speed. So I'm going to accelerator it up to 55. I would guess this is going to have the same, issues that we see in the other vehicles. There we go. Now I've let off the accelerator and we'll see what the vehicle does. In our Model Y, by now I can tell you we almost definitely would be slowing down well below 50 miles an hour. So I'll let this go for a minute. I'll check in with you and let you know how it's doing. But so far this feels great. The other thing I do want to mention, let's see how it does with this blinking yellow, because that's been a problem in the past, but it's looking good. The other thing I want to mention is the squircle is turning, obviously, as hopefully you could see on that left turn. I'm going to do what I can in editing to brighten everything up so you can see everything in the cabin. But the squircle, even though it is not physically connected to the tires, and they technically could let it just sit there and not turn with the turns, I think pretty obviously it needs to continue turning with the turns in case you need to take over. But yeah, so you can see we have a little slowing here. Not too bad. Keeping it right around the speed limit. All right, so you can see we're getting a little slowing here. Yes, it's dark, it's late at night. It's not that big of a deal to go this slow, but you just got to trust me. I drive this road every day, during the day when it's bright. At night, when it's dark, the car just likes to go too slow. Do you think 35 and a 55 is acceptable? No, it's not. And the car will occasionally do that as well. But we're not going to harp on that too much in this video. I am just, again, so excited that this is finally the thing I paid for 6 months ago is finally on my truck. No, we're going to go easy on them tonight. But I should clarify that it seems this is, as it said in the release notes, early access, which as of now is only me, Truck Cook, and Omar. So there's really only 3 people that I know of, as I'm recording this anyway, that this is going out to. So if you have a Cybertruck, hopefully this is coming really soon. Tesla, so far this feels perfect. You should roll out to every Cybertruck owner immediately. All right, so here we go. We're going to take this right turn. Thrilling. Now, this is a right turn onto a high-speed road, which older versions, before version 12 of FSD, would definitely have a problem with. And we have one vehicle approaching from the left here. We stop at the stop sign. The Cybertruck is moving up nicely as they pass us. And it's going to roll all the way through as it should. There is nobody else. And a very nice right turn there. Felt smooth, felt good. Nothing really to comment about. So that was great. So far, everything feels just like it does in our Model Y with FSD, which is great because, you never know if there's regressions or something. Also, huge shout out to, well, number one, Stephanie for making me coffee. That is helping tonight. All of you watching this, wouldn't be on my truck right now with all you guys watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad we can have a lot of fun with this. So let's get into a little bit of a busier area. Maybe we should test a turnaround. We'll do a Michigan left. We're also going to get on the highway, test the end-to-end stuff, and do all that. So let's get into some little more difficult testing here. All right, I don't know. I just picked some random destination over here on the left. So this is a divided highway. The car will have to complete a Michigan left, which is pretty much like a U-turn, maybe a little easier than a U-turn to do that. Get over there. So the rear wheel steering should help with that. I will actually bring up the camera. So here's our very first lane change on Cybertruck FSD. Felt perfect and smooth. Nothing to really comment about there. And it's going to be hard for me to see at night, but I'm going to try to see if we got the rear wheel steering in action here. I don't know why it would be disabled, but you never know. Maybe it is. So let's see if we can do this turnaround here. All right, so again, our first, a lot of firsts here. We got our first traffic light with Cybertruck FSD here. We got the green, no problems. We should just flow through. Again, nothing too remarkable. Just, we're looking for really any weird things that we can see or feel, and everything feels good there. So appropriately getting into the turnaround lane here. And then we're going to have to stop at this stop sign and wait for traffic coming from the right. So let me see if I can get my glasses recording for you in time here so you can get that angle. We definitely, oh yeah, wow, beautiful. So we go there. I was not able to look at the cameras for the rear wheel steering, but that was absolutely perfect. Assertive, a nice takeoff, not hard, too hard acceleration, but exactly what you need. So a Michigan left in the Cybertruck executed perfectly, moved all the way to the right side. There was really no traffic to contend with, but we did get all the way over to that right side, and we made our right turn. Very nice. So let's turn it around. Navigate to Meyer. So I'll just put that in there. We've got a 15 mile per hour speed limit sign, which it did not read. I think FSD can read those, but it didn't pick up that one. So we're still going 25 here in the 15. And it looks like we're actually going to get up to a dead end here, and we'll see what the Cybertruck says to us. Maybe we'll get a surprise reversing action that the Cybertruck can complete. So I'm bringing these cameras back up. Let me check for that rear wheel steering here. Yep, I think I see those tires coming out. Oh, for sure, yeah. So we got a little Hold on. Yeah. I see him moving. So we got a little, there it is right there. You can hopefully see it, probably not through the camera, but definitely got rear wheel steering action going on there. We're going to make it to this dead end and see what FSD says to us. Maybe in the Cybertruck, it'll just start driving over all the lawns and rocks. It's like, yeah, no big deal. Just lift the suspension. Imagine this is your house and like a Cybertruck like pulls up. All right, so it stops and it basically is going to need help here. It's not communicating that to me, but it's not going to proceed any further. So let me turn it around. All right, so we're on the way out here. I am noticing, let me pull that over. We did pick up the 15 mile per hour speed limit sign on the way out, so it just happened to miss the first one there, which is pretty interesting. So we need to turn right onto a high-speed road. We don't have any traffic to contend with. It's late at night, which is, you know, people ask for night videos. This is usually why I don't do them, because there's not much traffic to contend with. We'll then move all the way over again. We'll do another turnaround. So let's see if the successful turnaround was a fluke or if Cybertruck's really good at doing Michigan lefts here. So we will keep the turn signal on probably, yep, and just keep moving over. Man, this is fluid. That is exactly. All right, I'm going to turn off the auto brights because they are kind of turning on when they shouldn't be. We'll mess with that in future videos. I just don't want to really focus on that right now. It's just too much for me to think about with the video and everything. So we make our stop here. Oh, I took my glasses off again, sorry. Obviously, I don't want sunglasses at night. We got two cars to our right, which FSD is perfectly waiting for. And it starts rolling as soon as that person's in front of us. That turned way too far to the left, as you can see, and it did correct itself. So I do have my report camera button, so I will report that there, because that was obviously a mistake where it made too sharp of a left turn, was off the road there for a second, and then did correct itself. So we're going back through these green lights here. All good. Yep, we need to change lanes. Actually, I don't want to turn right here. I want to go on the highway now. So I'm going to take over here. I'm just going to put us on the highway. All right, so we're on the on-ramp. The nav has rerouted. I will turn that on. So here we go. FSD end-to-end version 12, first time on the highway for any Tesla publicly. I'm sure internally they've been testing it for a while. But here we go. We're going to see it here. 70 miles an hour. So in the older versions, you could tell you were getting off of the end-to-end because this Auto Max, which is there in the bottom left, I'll try to get you a picture of that at some point, was would change to the actual speed limit. And so now, hopefully you can see it in the video, but if not, it still says Auto Max down there. It does not, it did not change to the set speed. So this is where I have been like, man, I don't know about highway with this end-to-end stuff because it always wants to go so significantly below the speed limit. We got to keep up like 68 in the right lane. It's okay. In Michigan, it's totally unacceptable. People drive so much faster than this most of the time. Again, I'm not saying that's the way the FSD needs to drive. I'm just kind of giving context for the local area. It's different everywhere you go. As of now, I'm not totally hating the speed. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. Let's get us up to like 71 or 72. So I let off the accelerator there. It continued increasing. So 74. If we would sit somewhere in this range between, you know, like 70 to 75 range, that would be absolutely perfect. Again, I think without input, without me telling it to speed or go under the speed limit, I think the robot really needs to sit right at the posted speed limit. That's my opinion. You may or may not agree with me. We're now chilling at 74. This is absolutely fantastic. Oh, I am so happy to finally have this ability on the Cybertruck. Holy moly, it has been so long. The steer-by-wire is magnificent. I love using it, but I like using this even more. So we're going to take an exit up here. I may skip ahead if it's boring, if nothing happens before the exit. But yeah, so we're just chilling. Speed is great. Lane centering is really good. I'm going to hit the turn signal here to move us away from that vehicle there, just to give them some space and be courteous, and we'll let the Cybertruck move itself back over. Now, I'm pretty sure when you input a lane change, the car kind of will try to stick with what you gave it, but there we go. So changing lanes, it's not giving me a reason for the lane change, it's just doing it. I think this is our exit, so we are hitting the brake. We're going to make it all the way over. We only brake down to 68. That's perfect. We didn't hit the brakes too hard while still on the highway. That was an absolutely perfect maneuver. I actually made it more difficult for the truck by making it change lanes there pretty late. And we get a perfect highway exit, really smooth. I know some people comment that their FSD will, when it exits the highway, it goes like way too far. It kind of swings off to the right. I can't say I've never seen it, but it's pretty rare for that to happen to me. But I do see your guys' comments about that. So again, complete stop to 0. There is nobody, so we'll make our left here. Absolutely beautiful. Feels great. Really fluid and smooth. Holy moly. And so this is going to put us right back on the highway just to take us back to where we were. So there's your quick, again, I will do much more testing with this. Real world scenarios of me, I need to go to a destination. I'll make up really difficult stuff. And you're missing the highway here. Or is that the highway? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, okay, now even the human's confused here. Oh, it's taking the back roads. It's not going on the highway. So we got our blinking red complete stop and no hesitation there. Previous version 12 versions of FSD would get stuck at blinking reds and would never go again. Like they'd stop at the blinking red, which is a stop sign, and then just never go until you hit the accelerator. So good to see that that's working. So the car decided not to go on the highway for whatever reason. So it did follow its nav. That was my assumption. It was going to take the highway back. All right, the benefit of nobody being out is you can just stop at a stop sign and adjust your route. So I put in a couple little things here. So in tiny, tiny little downtown Heartland, just to get us a little bit more driving to check out the system and see how it's doing here. So I just click that button. The Cybertruck starts driving all on its own with my supervision, no hands on the squircle. So really, really nice here. So I just put in a couple random things. I don't know, the first one, there's just some kind of weird loop on the map. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to see what the truck would do going through these different things. We'll check out a couple more, and then I'm gonna get home, edit this as fast as I can for you, and we will do a little more polished, serious, hardcore testing over the next few days. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of driving. So it's not our turn, we're gonna stop. Man, their lights are bright. And then we go, and I love that it starts to go as they're completing their maneuver. It doesn't wait till they're totally out of the way. Very natural. This right turn here shouldn't be a big deal. So, oh, is this some kind of school or something? I'm not sure, but we'll see. I will give Joa a huge shout out. It's also thanks to them that we're able to be in this Cybertruck right now, testing this stuff out. And here we go. So we're going into, yeah, I don't know, library, school. I'm not sure what it is. Cybertruck is approaching it very cautiously, which for this type of road makes perfect sense. It's a small little road. And there you go. Here's the loop. This is what I saw on the map, this loop. And I just wanted it to do it. So I'll go in here. I will edit my trip, take that out. And there you go. Yeah, so it's a school. This is the drop-off lane. And really good. So I do want to test. Let me go into a parking spot here. We'll auto park it and let it drive us out of the parking spot. So we'll go right here. There's a parking spot. Let's do an auto park. Test that out. Should be able to do this in one move. Time it. Watch the time on the video. You can see how long this takes. It's usually less than 30 seconds. It's usually somewhere around 30 seconds, I guess I should say. Sometimes it's like 33 seconds. Sometimes it's 28 seconds. Anything under 30 seconds I think is definitely worth it. Above 30 seconds, it starts to be like, I don't know if it's really worth using. Thank you, coffee. All right. So pretty nice part. Oh yeah, we're really close to that line there. So I've not seen that yet on this update. So, all right. So perfect auto park. Oh, well, okay. Why am I saying that? Terrible auto park because we're too close to the line. And what is all this? It's fixing the mistake. Holy moly. Okay, well, the adjusting and the timing, you're going back and forth like 100 times here, buddy. What you doing? You're excited you can finally go in reverse? Okay. I'm going to say, that took way too long, but I was complaining about it being too close to the left line, or is that the right line? And it's perfectly in the center. So it did fix what I was talking about. It still took way too long. So all I did right now is I tapped the brake. We're back in drive. I click this button. Our destination should still be in there. Let's see. Yep. And it should take off from here. Now, sometimes version 12 won't go when you first start the drive, and it'll just sit here. But I'll give it a second. All right, I've waited long enough. I'm just going to tap this. One tap. And now it's starting to go. It kept kind of doing a little rock here, like it really wanted to go, but it didn't have the confidence to actually start the drive. So there we go. And we're off. Nice job here. This is a one-way little half circle thing, so it did correctly come out of here. So these are some darker back roads that are paved, but they're like falling apart. I'm not sure I've ever driven back here myself. So we'll let FSD try these. Very nice, no stop sign. Didn't need to stop, but cautiously turning right. I think that's good. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna get this edited and up. I'll leave the camera on in case I catch anything crazy. But otherwise, like I said, look for those future videos. I'm very excited for this to be here. Hopefully it can continue quickly rolling out to other Cybertruck owners so we can all kind of experience this fun. But yeah, I'm mixed because I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Should have probably been available really close to launch, but what are you going to do? That's life. So hope you enjoyed this one. You will see me and Cybertruck FSD in the next video. We'll let it complete this left turn. I'm not going to cut you off there. Yep, see, that's why I didn't cut you off there. Okay, so there's the second time we've seen that same issue. So we're at least stopping at the stop sign, but where it cuts the left turn too much and is the first time it was on the shoulder, that time it was slightly on the wrong side of the road. Again, no vehicles, so I could have taken over, but we're seeing what it's going to do here. So, all right, you'll see me in the next one.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along. So Autopilot and I are happily driving along. So Autopilot and I